3 catfish on Thanksgiving. That ain't a turkey, but oh. Thanksgiving dinner. I'm Chris Thorn. That's Zachary Fowler. And this is the 30-Day Survival Challenge, Texas. There's only one rule. If you want to eat, you gotta catch it and cook it. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. My hat's all wrinkled because I slept on it. But it's Thanksgiving, aka day 22. Now, Zach is actually not in camp. For anybody who's watching his channel as well, you'll know that he's actually over there in the hunting area, nice and early. Yep, he's packing up his camera and going out there. And he wants to go after hog, turkey, and the whole nine, right? Well, here's the thing. This is my bug out location. And I gave him advice. I told him, due to our trail cams and everything that we found, that 10 p.m. till 3 a.m. is when 95% of the critters come out to go to the feeder because it's dark. There's less human presence, less noise. You can hear them. I was in my hammock sleeping and I heard them all night long. And most of what he's going to capture at night are going to be big old hogs. And at the end of the day, holiday ham. The benefits of this being my bug out location, there's so much dead kindling everywhere. And even though it's transported here, about 1.5 years ago when we were clearing this place out because there was a lot of dead stuff, this is basically all kindling. So it's literally right on the other side. So the need to collect a lot of firewood doesn't really exist. We've got more than I know what to do with. We're just gonna bulk this huge pile up and just make it just stupidly crazy. We have loads and loads and loads and loads of firewood that I've gathered over the past few months and years. Just brought it over, literally. We're good. The way the woods are here, they're so dense. Some type of plant life is choking out another. So there's gonna be dead crap everywhere here in Texas. What's going on? So I've got my trap bait. We're gonna go grab the Have a Heart traps and start getting these set up and ready to go by the creek. And now, if you guys haven't figured out, raccoons love to come by the creek to wash their hands, clean their food, go grab food like crawdads and minnows and things like that, and nibble. And that's the best place to go. Now, these are my Have a Heart traps right here. Now, there's gonna be a bunch of you guys who are gonna drop down in the comments like, that ain't survival, you're... Dude, think about this though. I've had 2 of my Have a Heart traps at the previous property, and only every 5 days did they actually catch food. Could you imagine going to the grocery store and only having the access to food once every 5 days, and you're allowed one thing, period? That's it, you can grab like one item. You wouldn't be too happy. So, down here at the creek, you guys can see the water flowing through there. Got my Have a Heart trap. I'm gonna set up one for you, for anybody who's brand new, who hasn't seen this whole series. If you haven't, this is day 22. There's a whole playlist. Go watch it. But I know that the critters like to come down here because of the fact they like to clean all their food and all this stuff, like I said earlier. The reason why I know this is a good spot is because I have about 800 photos, confirmed photos of just raccoons, coming from this trail cam that I set up about 7 months ago. And yeah, this is my bug out location, so back off. And the thing is if this isn't survival, then what is bugging out? What's a bug out location? Explain that to me. The definition of bugging out is because you're in a survival situation and you have to leave home. You know, the place you got the electricity, the heating, the warming, your couch, your blankies, your internets. So for me, this is survival training. I am spending 30 days to test my wits and will and seeing what gear that I own, all of it, and seeing what I need, what I don't need, what works, what doesn't work. And for reference, because I have nothing to hide, that right there is my hunting blind that got washed away when the creek flooded. So even though we're going down to this spot where I used to have my blind way down there, it got washed all the way up there. There's a T-post right there where I had a hog light to go feed, and all that ended up underwater because that creek flooded all the way up here and rendered a lot of stuff useless. So yeah, there's a learning curve to this stuff. I'm going to be using my sprung because I can get it'll help me reach in there long enough. And we've got our bait, which is 47-cent cat food. Works really well. Now, if you've got tuna or cat food or whatever and you're in a survival situation, you guys might plug down in the comments like, why don't you just eat this? You have food, ding-a-ling. Yeah, you're right. We do. But here's the thing. Even trading 10 of these to catch one raccoon, it's still not an equal trade. You will get much more calories, nutrition, fat, and nutrients off of one raccoon than you would off of 10 of these. So I would gladly trade 10 and 12, 15 of these for one because of the amount of food and the sustainability of doing so. Plop it in right there. Mash it up a bit, give it some surface area and some grip. That's pretty much all it takes. Doesn't take a lot of rocket science. Alright, so we got second trap there, next to a log, with another log on top of it. Keeps it from rolling over. Now, however, I do have my survival bow from Survival Archery Systems, so I actually need to go take that. I've already ranged it out this morning. I've got a turkey target. 'Tis the season. So at least ceremonially I get to shoot a turkey, but I have it ranged at 10, 15, and 20 yards. However, like I said, it's my bug out location. Could give me crap. I have hunting blinds. I have a place to sit stationary, keep my mouth shut, and hopefully something will walk by close enough that I can take a shot at. Yeah, it's an accurate little bow. Got the fire going really good. Got 2 big, thick, dense pieces of mesquite on there for Zach when he gets back to make sure there's gonna be enough coals for that soup so we can put it on and keep it nice and hot. That should burn pretty good for about 2 or 3 hours. Hopefully he'll be back by then because it's almost 3 o'clock. But before it gets dark, I'm gonna do a little bit exploring, do a walkabout, see if we can track down any plant life that's around. Not holding out a lot of hope for it, but who knows. All right, guys, so we're doing some walking and happy Thanksgiving, y'all. You guys got to see this treat, and don't let first appearances fool you either. Wham! Look at this. Oh man. Bonus points if anybody knows what this is, but I'm about to reveal the secret here in a minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, wham! So this is the trifoliate orange, or the hardy orange, or flying dragon orange. It's actually from China and Korea. What it's doing here, I don't know. But these they smell like lemons. But they are kind of bitter, fresh. They're not exactly going to be amazing just eating them, but let's find some good ones. And the cool thing is what we can do is slow cook these, and we could turn this into like a marmalade with like raccoon or catfish or something like that. Kind of have like a orange jam. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Now the cool thing about these, little known fact, is because of all these thorns, that are growing everywhere, it makes them critter resistant. Deer will eat the crud out of these, but they can't really get to them. They will more than likely try to wait until they fall all on the ground. Oh man, now that would have been a treat. Looks like they're all dead up here, but that is pomegranate, homies. Looks like they've been eaten or just gone bad for the season. Oh, that would have been amazing. All right, guys, so we got some acorns. And obviously I've harvested a bunch of the trifoliate oranges. But Zach's got a surprise. I'm sure if you guys were following his channel, you saw it. But look at that trophy prize today. 3 catfish on Thanksgiving. That ain't a turkey, but that came on a right day.
That's a pound of meat each, you know?
Easily. That's still gonna be some good eating. So for anybody who doesn't know at home, Zach is lightly cracking the acorns and inspecting them. Make sure there's no holes, weevils, all that good stuff in there. Make sure they're not rotten. And once he declares that they're good, we put them into the pot. And once they're in the pot, they're gonna get boiled once, or let it cool down, boil it again, let it cool down, boil it one more time, and then we should be able to actually eat them. See, that's one that may not be good at first appearance. Not all of your labor will be good to go. Well, I think the coals are ready for the catfish. So now we're gonna take a few more of these, and I'm gonna put it on my skillet, and we're gonna kind of fry them up and, you know, keep the ashes off of them at least.
Yeah, now
We can bring out some more flavors. So the coals as it is, because this titanium is nice and thin, should be hot enough. There we go. That should be more than adequate. Right there. There we go.
make you a nice table for your bug out camp. Alright, there we go. First table board for the bug out camp. Table plank is ready to go.
Yeah, and see something that he's figuring out, and this is what some people may not know about the mesquite here in Texas, which is why he's having to do a lot of carving on this, is it all comes out twisted. It is not a straight grain wood. It like forms in a twist. So if you want it, yeah, it forms all twisted. Like, it's crazy. And that's normal. This is probably one of the straightest pieces you're ever going to get a hold of.
There we go.
Lighten up the old Toby.
Yep, it smokes real good.
I can't really. There we go. Whew. That fire's hot.
Yeah, it is.
And coals have coals. Alright, y'all, so I got my catfish all processed down. Nice big huge skillet full. Put a little adobo for some flavor. And then we're gonna squeeze some awesome oranges on top and have a little zesty lemon. There's gonna be a few seeds.
Yeah, they pretty much all come out when you squeeze it.
But, oh, this is gonna be pretty good. So I'm gonna pick out these seeds and we'll give it a taste test. So, got it all squeezed out. And take the first bite. Thanksgiving dinner.
Happy Thanksgiving, buddy.
Happy Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness. That is perfect. Literally perfect.
I know. I'd be thankful to eat this every day.
Oh my goodness. Holy frijoles.
Holy moly. Oh, that catfish was so good. Just the savory and the fatty, and then a little bit of the little orange lemon zesty. Oh, perfect. So good. Big, huge skillet full. Fish head soup in the morning. Hopefully, we will have the same success with the catfish tomorrow, because tomorrow marks the fact that we will only have 1 week left.